99problems.org.
Hey.
What's up?
Why y'all on my laptop?
Oh, sorry. Being ugly.
No, check it out though. So we got a situation on here where there are a bunch of, I guess on Twitter, the topic is bitch, and the conversation is, should it be used in hip hop or should it be left out? So what's your take on it? And my take, I feel like, well, I want to hear your take first before I tell you my take. What is your take on the word bitch? Should females use it? Is it something that guys should use? Is it something that you know guys use a lot, or is it something that you know that females use a lot?
I believe that it really should just be taken out of everyone's vocabulary in general. Like, because it's not used as a positive term. You know, people use it in a negative way. So
females,
even us, like, we shouldn't even use it. Like, yeah, we walk around and be like, hey, bitch, da da da. But if you think about it, it really ain't cool to do. I mean, especially with guys, because a guy called me that, I'm ready to box. So.
No, I agree. It is pretty disrespectful, and I find myself not using a word like, disrespectfully towards women, but I find myself using it after being around so many people that use it so naturally.
Yeah,
it's just so commonplace to use the word. They say, man, this bitch ain't, I was at this place, man, this bitch. I mean, it's just so common to use the word, and I don't think that they intentionally are disrespecting.
The bad thing, people use it so naturally, like they don't even know that they're saying it. Like, and then when you think about it, like, damn, we just had that conversation, and you know how many times I used the bitch word? Like, I don't like the word. I don't play with the word, so like.
So you all for it? It's disrespectful.
It's a disrespectful word to me. Even like I said, with the girls, like my friends I don't play that. Don't call me a bitch.
Yeah, they be like my bitches. I be saying that a lot. I see it on Facebook a lot. They be, yeah, what's up? Shouts out to my bitches. Like, okay. Shout out, bitch.
And the bad thing about it is, like, when guys do it, girls like, oh, da, da, da. It's not cool to me. That's just my opinion. You know, you're entitled to your own opinion, whatever you want to think. But my opinion is, it should be taken out of our vocabulary.
That's interesting. I was in Vegas, and we were at the core DJ retreat, and I bumped into a bunch of women out there, and I asked them the same thing, and their response was the same. So it's interesting to know that even though we see the word out here being used so much by the rappers and the people of power, and I say that the artists, I mean, they use the word so freely. I mean, even though we know it's a disrespectful word and the women don't appreciate it and don't approve of it.
Still use it.
Exactly.
Right.
So, how do you feel about the word nigga? I mean, that's another word that I feel like, we use that word so much that it kind of loses value.
Right. I
think, the bitch word, I always say, we use it so much, it has lost all its value. Why are we complaining? I mean, it's like, yeah, I know it's an explicit word, but it's only offensive to a certain demographic.
Honestly, I got a bad habit of using the word, and but around certain people, I don't use it. My grandma, I said it around her once. She was so pissed at me, like, and that's because it affected her back in her time, And like with our generation, it's so freely used, like we don't really know that we're using it.
It's crazy. I was with my guy and mom the other day, and she was just so happy to see me. She's like, I see my nigga, he got a Lexus. I mean, what? It was like, I was shocked that she said it, but I knew she was cool. Like, I know she didn't mean anything by it, but it's like, man, in those situations, in those scenarios, is that okay, or should that be okay? Should I say, man, be uncool and say, you know what, nah, moms, I ain't,
right.
That wouldn't. I don't think that would be cool in that scenario. She was happy to see me, and she called me a nigga, and I take it.
Right.
And I wasn't offended at all. I didn't take it like, oh man, damn, moms, I'm hurt. 400 years of slavery. Like, I didn't take it like that, but some people do.
Right. And what's crazy though is that we use the word freely, especially the African American culture, and then as soon as a white person says it, we automatically get offended. So either it should be a word that's offensive, or it's gonna be non-offensive where everybody can use it. That's how I feel about it. Because if we can freely talk and say, oh, what up, nigga, da 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 da, but then a white person jump in the conversation and they say, all of a sudden we ready to box.
I think that, but you know what? I honestly think that's the word that we own. It's something that we have ownership of. We can do whatever the hell we want. We can say, you know what? No ER on the end. Strictly use the A word. Anybody use the ER version, we whooping your ass. I think we have the power to do that. We don't. It's hard for us to own anything else. It's the one thing that was given to us, and we said, you know what? We're gonna take that. This is ours. And that's not how we really look at it, but
should we just settle for that? Oh, the white people called us niggers, so we gonna take it and turn it to nigger, and it's gonna be okay with us. Should it really be okay?
It shouldn't be. I don't think it should be okay. I don't think you should just all the way write it off.
99problems.org.